Welcome to the Legion of Skanks podcast, live from the Stand Comedy Club. The Skanks are all here, everybody. To my right, we got Davey Smith.
What the fuck is up?
To my left, we got the Puerto Rican rattlesnake, Louis J. Gomez. And I am Big J. Okerson, and together we are the legendary Legion of Skanks.
What a panel. Holy shit.
Holy shit, is this a panel?
Finally, Jim Norton and Anthony Cumia are back together.
Yeah. Wow.
They said it would never happen except a couple weeks ago on Jim's podcast. And every now and again, a few times a year, actually.
Might have been someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I see Opie is at odds with both of you guys right now. I'm seeing.
He told me something yesterday. I literally never. Everyone says they don't check Twitter mentions, or I really don't check them. Like I tweet something and I take it off my phone. But he told me yesterday that like, oh yeah, he misread something I said. He thought it was directed to. I said, I don't give a fuck.
I ask Opie every year if we can get an Opie and Anthony reunion at Skankfest, and he has no interest.
No, but every year he goes, ask again next year.
Oh no, that will never happen.
No.
If Opie said yes, you would
I
do
don't
it.
know. I don't know if I would do it. I love interacting with Anthony.
I think when I see him do the things where he's just talking in front of his window, it seems like he's like griping, and then people pay him money, it seems like, I think, to read something about how much they love you guys, and then he gets mad.
And it just upsets him.
And then he goes, and now he's doing like pranks on the street or something. I'm just like, this doesn't seem happy. Like, why don't you just do a fucking podcast talking about whatever, and whoever listens.
I don't
you
know
could
how
do the
many
job still.
Tween girls are going to be watching a 61-year-old do little pranks in the
You think
city.
that's what he's looking for?
That is Anthony's fantasy, by the way.
Yeah, he seems miserable doing it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't understand why like the hang on, because I also don't ever see, and maybe I'm not looking at the right side of it, but there must be a world of people going like, Ant, or Ope, you're killing it, dude. Keep going.
That is, people do that. A lot of them are trolls. They just want to keep hate watching. It's like Ham Stuttering John's the same thing. You know, people just watch him in order to go, ugh, what a piece of shit.
Do people not like him?
It seemed like it was on such a fucking razor's edge at that point, because how long was it after that when I've listened to that in the car so many times. I find conflict on radio so interesting. You and Opie, when you guys had it out.
The argument with Esther Koo? That was a while into
Which,
it.
by the way, which is the funniest. I mean, Esther Koo having to go, she goes, you guys seem like you're friends normally.
She started it. It was great.
I know.
Yeah.
She goes, why you guys seem weird to each other?
I don't
But
remember what year that was. I remember it happening.
I think it was
but-
Year of the Dragon.
It was the goat.
But I don't remember. It was a while into it. We were
Years
doing
into
a show. Yeah, I think it was kind of close to the end.
But you guys were butting heads at that point pretty hard, and it seemed like, and when you left, you and him were so quickly like at odds that like, listen, the circumstances, of course, is not what you wanted to be labeled with and pinned with for the rest of your life. But
Of course.
but the actual thing, was it a time for that show to end anyway? Could you have gotten more good years out of it? Because
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because you had a great supporting cast with all the New York comics you had in there.
It was still, a name brand show, and there was a real problem because, look, I got the boot, and Opie didn't even consider, and I'm not saying he should have, but didn't even consider going, hey, why don't we take this and do a podcast? It's a very new thing at that point. Let's give it a whirl. And it was just like, no, I think he really believed he could do a great show without me. Like, it would be even better than O&A. The O&A show going to the internet in 2014 would have been giant.
Yeah.
But again, he was like, "Oh, thank God that dead weight."
But did that fight bring it all to surface, or were you guys? I know you said there wasn't a lot of talking, but like on a daily basis, overall, did you guys come in and you're like, "Oh, we had a fucking fun blast"? On the show?
was smiling, motherfucker, with that show, man. I would do it, and I would have done it for another fucking 10 years, whatever it was. I could have gone in there, and we could have pumped out a good show on a daily basis, especially with third party here, Jim. We just would have gone back and forth, and hello, good night, Sam. Good night. The coyote and the sheepdog in the cartoons that would fight and then just punch a time clock and leave. That's kind of what I would have been fine doing. I don't need to be friends with the motherfucker.